What's up guys, I'm Dmitry the Canucks. Welcome to another vlog. I am moving soon, so this begins the chapter of me cleaning out my office, which has already somewhat started, but let me show you what I have to deal with. Cable Mod now offers sleeved Ethernet and power cables, so you can color match outside of the case with Mod Mesh and Mod Flex sleeving available at different lengths. Custom cables are now outside the box. Right now, the office is still a little bit in shambles. Like, there's everything on the floor and stuff. I have a bag of cables. My other monitor, the curved one from LG, is here, and the 4K monitor is right there, which will be utilized for the NUC. The challenge now becomes sort of organizing and managing all the stuff, boxes and everything. I mean, this shelf has come in super handy, but I don't know if you guys know this, but all that right there on the balcony, even like inside the office here, you know, multiple cases, multiple boxes. This is my area for filming anyway. But look what happens once we sort of leave the office. You can totally see that this whole area needs its own little storage space. One thing that I'm still worried about are all these cases. Yeah, in total I have 18 cases. So I've been in this studio for a year now, exactly a year, and I have 18 cases. I've reviewed 18 cases throughout the year. That's crazy. And so what I'm thinking of doing is having a shelf that is organized just for my gear. Right now it's kind of that, but also I have some, gear and microphone, whatever. And the problem for me is that, I have so many boxes that I really don't need, but I like to keep. I like my boxes for some reason. And so now it will be a matter of deciding which boxes to keep, which ones to throw out while keeping the product somewhere else. And so it begins. Pardon my hair. So the first deal of business is of course clearing out my shelf. I love this shelf. So much extra, space for surface area to store things. And things that have been coming off it into their own boxes, so I can transfer them easily. And but the thing is, I'm still here for another 2 weeks in this office space, and I still have to film a bunch of videos and still have to work in this space, and I can't because it's a huge mess right now. And my idea for a new space would be to use as little as possible on my main editing desk. So I will only have a single monitor, and I will have a secondary workstation somewhere in the room as well. I'm not sure yet, but for the main workstation, I want to be as clean as possible, as simple as possible. If you have any tips on what to do, it's gonna be a white desk, so hopefully it's gonna be, this is a dark color, so it helps to camouflage some of the cables, but not really. But I am looking forward to the white desk because it gives me extra light. I'm gonna have a little pedestal for the PC case. But if you have any suggestions on what I need to do, or like any advice on how to keep this as clean as possible in a new space, please leave them in the comments below. The one thing I will definitely miss about this studio space is how tall the ceilings are, like incredibly tall. And so therefore in the new studio space, the ceilings are going to be slightly shorter. So I'm wondering if they're gonna be appear too large in that space, but it's gonna give me even lighting in the new space because the ceilings are a little bit shorter, so the light will bounce. My desk is completely crazy right now. And like as soon as I get this cleaned up, I can move on to actually doing more filming. The good thing is that I still have this white desk that I can clean up and have very clean shots without having to worry about the rest of the space. And that's the beauty of having sort of a large space like this. I can actually, you never see the mess in the videos, right? Because look at that cable mess. I really am sorry about that. For you have to see that, but it's kind of cool, authentic to see. For example, you just saw all the cables and like a huge mess in my studio, but it's all about getting the shot, right? So I just set up a quick little thing over here. So camera, 2 lights, one there firing over there, one from the top to give me highlights, nice microphone there. So I'm creating this really cool intro for the mouse with me in front of the camera. And check out the composition here. So this is pretty clean. You don't see everything around it, and so this is the whole idea of doing these vlogs, so you can check out what's happening behind the scenes. Like I have 2 cases behind me. I can't even move this chair because there's so many cables around, but of course that will be fixed later. And yeah, like this is how I work, at least in terms of trying to set up the shot. So for this next shot, I'm doing a little bit of role play, like what Myonix is thinking about it, what the two mainstream gamers camps are. Like, one is saying that it's completely ridiculous to have a heart rate sensor on the mouse versus somebody who's open-minded, let's say, and willing to try it or something like that. And then the last person is me as a reviewer. So I have the glasses for the Myonix guy, I'm wearing just this, and I'm also doing a little bit of change up. So the gamer is gonna have actual gamer glasses with a different gaming style shirt. And then when the reviewer comes on camera, I'm gonna change up my attire as well, so that I visually also change on the frame. So this is what it looks like.
And so we at Myonix want to revolutionize gaming and giving real-time statistics to players about their heart rate.
So recently I've discovered this very productive way for me to work on my edits, especially if I'm doing like multi type of shoot. Like, it's not just a simple, let's spend an hour shooting this, you know, it usually takes a whole day to shoot a product. And so I'm finding myself, if I start to edit early on, for example, I just shot my 10-minute, or spend 10 minutes shooting the intro, which is gonna be like a minute long. In the edit, it's gonna take me about 20 to 30 minutes to edit that intro. And that way I know that I have something started, something already finished in the edit, and that helps me to be a little bit more efficient and productive when it comes to finalizing the video. Because if you have that in the back of your mind thinking you have to edit for another 4 hours, it's a little bit daunting. So if you break that up and you edit along the way, it helps me to be extra productive and like actually enjoy the editing of coming back to something that I started already and just having to finish it. All right, the intro is finished.
But yeah, that's the whole idea. It's so ambitious. We've never seen anything like this before, having a heart rate sensor on the gaming peripheral.
So right now I'm filming the S340 Elite, the tempered glass edition, and the beautiful fall colors on the window are so fantastic because depending on the rotation of the case, depending on the reflection, I can show off those colors, especially when they're out of focus. It's just so beautiful. Now, what's really interesting within the case industry trends recently is tempered glass. We made a whole video on that after Computex. I have been using the Evolve TG ever since it came out. It's fantastic. I love the looks. The S340 looks clean AF. I mean, look at that beautiful glass. We also have the Corsair 460X. This is the RGB version. Review for that is coming, but look at that. It's gorgeous. Side glass on the side and the front panel, which is awesome. But I wonder what will be next. You know, we've gone through the trends of what is needed in the case industry. We went from rubber grommets, all black interior, proper cable management. Then we expanded the case size so it could fit as much as possible. Then you shrunk everything because space efficiency became most important. Now we have tempered glass, but what will be next? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Now, the one interesting aspect about tempered glass and what it has done to the cases that we have out now is that they all now look similar because of that similar reflection. I mean, they're all using the tempered glass, so the reflection is the same. So the only thing that is different is the frame itself and the interior too, but they all sort of merge together now. Very similar on the interior. Everybody's has the power supply shroud and, you know, SSD brackets and etc. But how do you make them different? That is a very interesting problem that I would love to see how case manufacturers approach that, because obviously everyone is trying to get on board with the tempered glass because it looks gorgeous. Although don't break it, it's a total pain to clean it. I haven't done it so yet, but you can see some videos on YouTube on what happens when that thing breaks. But another thing is, how do you go about differentiating between your case versus a competitor case? It's quite difficult. And so the challenge begins to move out of this studio space, move into something else, which I'm super excited, and setting up everything once again for a nice fresh take with some new furniture, hopefully to make it seem less studio-ish and a bit more home stylish, so that we get a nice new look for I don't know, my videos. So I hope you guys enjoy. Come along. More vlogs to come as I actually begin to move. And we'll see you in the next video.